right. I think we're on. It's Thursday. Woohoo!
Good morning, everybody.
Look who's here. Look who's here. Katie, we need to pull that screen.
I want to show our back room.
Oh my gosh. Katie, is this your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's not.
is this all your stuff too? Holy cow. This is amazing. Wow. I need to come borrow some of this stuff. You've got amazing stuff.
Thanks.
Well, you guys are in for a treat today because Diane is here. Oh,
You get both of us this morning.
we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Might be a long one.
I'll be on my bestest behavior.
Katie, that never happens.
And that's so fun.
Yeah, what fun is that?
Except I'm going to be in the middle of you two.
I know my bestest behavior.
Yeah.
I'm always on good behavior. Okay, look at what Diane is sharing with us today. Oh my goodness, it is just a treasure trove of just little techniques and stamping and inking and fun that we get to share today. She's going to be going over these wonderful projects. Katie is here. Katie gave, Diane was lucky enough to get one of
Yes.
Katie's favorite things last Friday night, and Katie's not here, and so Katie is going to share that today. And well, and then what else was there that I'm missing? Oh, and then Chris.
Chris
has a really cute little
Yeah.
project that she made. Look at, she took the Tim Holtz tin tops and made little boxes with them. Oh my gosh, so cute. So way to go, Chris, and I think she's even got her little dimensions written down here for us, so we get to look at those. The Three Amigos, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay, Judy, PJ, Oshra, Jan, hi everybody. We have a lot to cover. Oh, good morning from the slippery roads in North Iowa. Oh,
yeah,
sorry. You guys,
It's
saw
going to
you.
get snow up there.
I saw you guys got some. Yuck. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump over here to reminisce. This just came. Okay, but before we get
Yep.
to reminisce, let's talk about this. I think you guys showed this yesterday, but Maggie made this. How fun is that? And that is using the stencil chips from Tim Holtz Ideology, and they're $7.49. And I think that is an amazing project. She saw that online and then tried to recreate it, and I think she did an amazing job. So
And I love how she put the diamond dust at the top.
yes, yeah, it looks like snow.
Yep.
And then she did some gold paper and then sanded it. I think that's just really, really cool. So way to go, Maggie. Thank you. We have Merry Christmas to make your title at the top, Merry and Bright. Here's another Merry Christmas stamp set. We have the stencil chips, and then we have some of really cool papers that you can use for your backgrounds.
It doesn't take much paper, so really kind of go to your stash and put it together.
And we have the coasters. And good morning, Beth. And then Kelly put these on sale yesterday. We have these 8x8 Project Life albums that are on sale. You'll find them under our clearance category. And then we also have the 8x8 Project Life refills. So if you're looking for an 8x8 album, they're very hard to find. Other than Doodlebug, I think that's the only one that still makes 8x8 albums. But we have one for you. Okay, Diane, I'm going to let you...
Okay.
So this is Playground, isn't it?
No, Terrific Toddler.
Toddler. This is the toddler line.
So here is the collection pack.
So this is brand new Reminisce product that just came in yesterday. Look at that. That's the collection pack, Terrific Toddler.
And I think this has been in a container in Chicago
For 4 months.
For months.
Yeah, it sat out in the ocean, and then it
Yep.
sat in Chicago. It was stuck in customs, and they couldn't get it out. So I feel bad for Reminisce for a lot of the problems that they have had with their product. Is that like sidewalk chalk?
It is. It's called Flowers.
Cute. Ball pit.
And balls. Play-Doh.
Cute.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
So for those of you who have grandchildren or children,
Bubbles. in
This
blocks.
would be the perfect collection
my
pack
gosh.
for you guys.
And the playground and alphabet letters.
Nice.
And then the set of stickers.
Awesome.
That's got tiny teenager. We thought that was a hoot.
And appropriate, I'm sure, for a lot of girls especially. They seem to grow up so fast.
Okay, then where's the, well, we don't have the collection pack for this. This is called, oh, this doesn't go with this. Okay, so this is game night.
Fun.
And there is a collection pack too that goes with this.
Look at the dice and the cards. Bring it on. Got bingo. What's that? Is that trouble? Or what's that? Is that life? I can't remember. Life, that spinner. Cool. Darts.
Yep.
Very fun.
Okay, then crossword puzzle.
Who's been doing lots of crossword puzzles during the
Scrabble.
pandemic? I think I heard a lot of people doing this. Some more dice. Oh, you bunco players.
And play, that's cute. It's like a cork.
Cork. Yeah.
Board. And Monopoly.
And then turn it around. Scrabble. Cool.
Penny was saying yesterday that you could make your own
Monopoly
board.
Game. Oh, and you could have, like instead of Madison Square Garden, you could put Johnson Square Garden. You could do your own. Oh, that would be a really fun game for Christmas.
And all of this is under new Reminisce.
Awesome.
Unleashed for your puppies.
Naughty dog, bone tired. I just want to stay home and play with my dog. Cute. Katie, is that what you want to do? Oh my
Okay, paw prints. Ooh, good stripe.
Oh, that bone paper is
The
good.
bones. Bone tired.
Oh, I like that one.
Paw prints. In the doghouse, that's cute. Fire hydrants.
Good morning from Phoenix. Hi, Carol.
And puppy love.
Oh.
Cute.
If you're getting your kids a dog for Christmas, you're going to need that paper.
Okay, meet the teacher. We have the collection pack. And then we got Teacher Life in that's got all kinds of teacher sayings.
This is cute. I'm a math teacher. Of course, I have problems.
Oh,
The future of the world is my classroom today. Don't make me use my teacher voice. A truly amazing teacher is hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to forget. Oh, these are good. So if you're looking for cards, paper, those are paper
clips.
If you're looking for paper to make your cards, teacher cards with, this would be a good one. It's called Meet the Teacher. The dog collection is called Unleashed.
And in this one, we just got the collection pack, Unwind. It's got a lot of, if you meditate or do like yoga.
Cool.
Go to a
Go
spa.
to the spa. That's what it is. It's going to the
Yes.
spa. Yeah, look at the towels, the cucumbers,
Is that
bath salts,
Bath salts.
or body rub. I don't know. Hot stone massage.
Okay, then this one is called One Bourbon, One Scotch, One Whiskey.
That's a song, isn't it?
I think it could be.
One scotch.
Sing it
one
for us.
beer.
Oh my gosh. Bobby says she needs a dog to do the dog pages. You can borrow Katie's dog.
Okay, set of stickers. Bourbon, Scotch.
Oh my gosh. Katie, whiskey improves with age and I improve with whiskey.
Yeah, she starts dancing on top of the bar. Yeah. Yep.
Oh. Sometimes it doesn't even take whiskey to get me on top of the bars, because that's just what you do when you're at Coyote Ugly bars. To relieve stress, I do yoga. Just kidding. I drink whiskey in my yoga pants. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. You can't buy happiness, but you could buy whiskey, and that's pretty close. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Oh, not
Okay.
me. Not me.
The distillery. Whiskey barrel. On the rocks.
This would be fun for,
it's
if
kind
you
of-
have husbands that
Make whiskey.
make whiskey or sit down in their
Do they
sit
make
in the man
whiskey?
cave.
Barrel aged.
Whiskey fest.
Oh, Whiskey Fest. Yeah, husband just went to a Whiskey Fest. Fun.
There's a lot of guys that drink bourbon and whiskey.
Is bourbon and whiskey the same? Well, obviously not.
Kinda, I think. One bourbon, one scotch, one whiskey.
Sip me, I am Irish. Trust me, you can dance. Whiskey. That's funny. Yeah, these are really good. I think Reminisce did a wonderful job with this line.
Oh, and then the hops.
Barley and hops.
Okay.
And that one was one scotch, one bourbon, one scotch, one whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 100% country. So it's kind of like Nashville-ish, but with a USA kind of theme going through it.
It's called
Kind of.
what? Oh, it does have Nashville.
Yeah,
Okay.
100% country.
Okay, it's got Nashville in it. For those of you who've gone down there, this would be a great collection for that. Wow.
Yeah, the colors are really fun.
Born country, cowboy, cowgirl. Cute.
Okay. Country
music. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen.
That's a country song. So there's your Nashville.
That's a fun line.
And then Big Country.
Oh, Corrine went on
Ooh,
the
there's a good
Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Wow.
There you
And
go.
Becky loves whiskey. Becky, have a shot before you come in tomorrow. So then Becky can be dancing on the tables.
Make sure they're sturdy. Make sure they're ready to go.
It's a Friday. Gonna be a Friday.
That will be fun. We'll have a shot here waiting for you, Becky.
Country Legends. Oh, and then a whole bunch of cut-aparts. This is definitely Nashville-ish.
Very fun.
Yes.
Blame it on my roots. I showed up in boots. Ruined your black tie affair.
Sure.
Hey, it's part of the song. It's right there. Right there.
Okay, country music and stars.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, this is
Very
a
good
cool line. Okay, then food truck.
And this is really awesome.
Food truck fest. We have burgers, pizza, hot dogs, and tacos.
Love.
The paper is really cool.
For those of you who do Taco Tuesdays at your house, this would be a fun paper line.
Yeah.
Food truck fun.
Oh my gosh, how cute.
I know they do. Oh, where's the food? That's hilarious. Snacks happen. Boy, they've got a great sense of humor. I love these.
Okay, so we have the burger page. Oh, and then on the back it's got all the cutouts for burgers.
I know you could cut these out and put them on chipboard and put them around your bar.
They're very vintage looking.
You can go into coasters.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
you
could
could.
make them into coasters to put in your bar area.
Yeah.
Okay, tacos.
And then all the taco words.
I think you could even put these on coasters and put the hard coat Mod Podge over top of them to make real coasters.
Well, that waterproof.
Yeah.
To put them in your
Yeah,
bar
they would
area.
make really cool
Yeah.
coasters. Okay.
Yeah, they would. That's a good idea.
Hot dogs. And all the hot dog signs. Yeah, these are fun.
Yeah, they've done a great job.
And pizza.
Cute.
I think all of these.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
there's a good beer one.
Yes. If anybody turns these into coasters and puts them
Yeah.
in their bar area, let us know. I'd
Katie?
like to see them all done up. I think that would be really fun.
Okay, so I think there's more out.
I think we went through it all
Oh,
on that
even
end cap.
in the basket.
Oh,
That stuff.
Chris was going to bring that back to us.
I don't know if she did.
She was pricing the kids stuff.
Okay,
She was pricing
is
the
that
kids.
all?
I think that's
Okay.
it. If there's anything else that we didn't show, we'll show it tomorrow. But I do think she brought us one of everything.
Okay, so now we'll get started with some of the projects that, some of these I made last year, and some of you have seen them and others haven't. So this is one thing I made with a strip of 4 by 24 paper. And they are online under miscellaneous product and other album refills. And they're called accordion cards.
And they are $1.99.
Yep. So this is what I made for the 7 grandsons last year, and they're scored every 4 inches, and I did have to add a little to the end because I have 7. So I took a picture of all of the boys in Santa hats and then just decorated each one.
So cute.
And then this is the set of dies I used, which I love, and we do have a couple of those
Those
in
are called
stock.
festive things.
They're just really fun.
That is a
So
great die set.
yeah, the tree is from there. The stocking hat is from there. The present
Oh my, cute.
is from there.
I like how you use the patterned paper to make your presents
Yeah.
and the hats.
Oh, and the stocking.
Wow.
And then I put their name using this Elizabeth craft die, which I've showed before, which I just absolutely love. It's got
This is Planner Essentials 21 note. Oh, sorry. Ooh, that's not. There we go. Note pieces. That one's called.
yeah, it's got a lot of fun tags, and these are the little tags right here that I used. And then I just put bells on them, and then this set, this die has great words, and you will see I've used it a few times. And it is called Shadow Script Christmas.
And it is $14.99. That's a good price for all
Yeah.
of those dies because
Yeah.
you get the words and the shadows.
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
So that's where all the words came from. The 2020, I'm not sure what that was. But you can use any of your
Dies.
your number dies.
Turn it over. Did you have anything on
Yes,
the back?
I just put their ages,
Oh, that's cute.
how old they were at the time.
Oh, I love that. That's really cute. All right, so those are
that's-
made with the accordion paper. They're $1.99, and you're going to find them under miscellaneous product, other albums and refills.
Okay, so then the next project that I did, we got the tins back in, the tin tops, and we were trying to decide what to do with these. What could you do with these? So we came up with a few different projects. The one that I came up with was making it into a little ornament. And what I did is I punched a hole with the crocodile
Okay.
in there and just tied some twine, used the loop pins. And if you don't have these loop pins, you really need them. I love them. I use them a lot.
And sometimes I even get those unclosed.
Oh,
the
yes.
tags.
Oh, I keep 'em all.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are
Definitely.
$4.29, and they're called loop pins.
So then I was trying to think of what I could make for the boys. I make them an ornament every year. This is what I'm making. So then I'm putting a picture.
Oh.
So this year we're having Santa come to our house for when we have our Christmas. So I'm going to take a picture of each boy with Santa, and then I will put that in there.
cute.
for their ornament for this year. And all I did is I popped it up with a couple pop dots, and it's that simple.
Awesome.
And you can put any charms, bells, buttons on the loop pin.
Yeah, that's really fun.
So that's one project. And then Chris, do you want to go get Chris?
Oh, I'm back here printing.
Oh.
I'll run around.
I've got it. So Chris came up with this idea, and she's going to come and kind of show us how she made that as a little box.
And use the tin
And
tops for
use
the
the
lid.
tin
I think
tops.
that's
and
so
she even
cute.
made up a...
Hi, Chris.
Good morning. First off, happy birthday, Jess.
Ah.
It's my daughter's 45th birthday, and I said I'd embarrass her by wishing her a happy birthday on air. So,
Well, very good.
Happy birthday, sweetie.
Jessica. Do you want us to sing her happy
no,
birthday?
oh gosh, no. I have a long ride with her tomorrow, so.
She would be. You can go ahead and take that.
All right. I don't know how detailed you want me to get, but the lids have a rounded inside, which square and round don't always go together. So, I started with a piece of paper that is 7.5 by 2 1/4. You can change the 2 1/4 to whatever you want. If you want your box taller, no big deal. But in order for the lid to fit on correctly, you kind of need to stick with that 7.5.
Okay.
So then I scored at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7.
Okay.
Then I turned it and I scored again at 1/4.
Okay.
And then these dark lines are cut lines.
Okay.
So I cut up first at each of the major score lines. I cut out this little tiny tab, and it just makes it easier in the long run if you cut that out first. And
Okay.
then I came back and I cut it angled so that you're going to have little tabs.
Okay.
Easy as that. And I should add, I also cut a bottom one that is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4.
Just to make it a little more sturdy.
Yes. Whoops, sorry.
I hear you.
Sorry, I forget. So then, I wonder if I can just pull one of these apart. You're gonna have, Katie, would you give me a pair of scissors?
Don't cut it
And-
apart.
Well,
no,
no, I'll
no,
cut
no, no,
this
no.
apart,
Oh, okay.
and that way, I'll be able to show them.
I think if they've got this right here,
Oh yeah.
this is good.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so we're just gonna cut these out. Hey, Jenny.
Okay, she's showing us how she makes her box that the Tim Holtz tin top lid fit on. Say that really fast.
And luckily, I had talked to Diane the day before, and I knew she was using the crocodile, and so that's how I stuck mine together also. Okay, so after you cut everything out, it's now going to look like this.
Yeah.
You're going to, of course, get a nice crease like you always do. Top and bottom.
And she designed this herself.
Yeah, I went home and I measured the lid and figured out what I needed to do, and because I'm not that smart, I went with really easy ones to score. I kept with. Okay, so now you're going to have this big tab. You're going to simply glue this to here.
Yep.
You're going to have all of these tabs like this,
Yep.
and you're just going to glue it to the bottom of your 1 3/4 by 1 3/4.
Okay. That's awesome.
Easy peasy. Now, you're going to take your crocodile like Diane did,
Uh-huh.
put holes in here and in your box,
Okay. And you tie it
and then you
on.
just tie it on.
That's
Easy as
cute.
that.
Cute. And stuff it full of candy or whatever you
Oh,
want
exactly.
to.
Or a diamond ring.
Oh,
Or
yeah, whatever.
ring.
Oh my gosh, I like that one.
I bet you do.
My grandkids are all old. Yeah, I mean, like 16 to 25, so they want cash.
And of course they do.
It's a fun way to put cash. And
They're adorable.
thank you.
They
And
really
And then decorate the top with anything,
yep, and I would
any
even
charms.
put a little string maybe and put a little string on it and hang it from the tree.
Oh,
So they, you know,
Oh,
so they can bind it,
perfect.
put a little tag with their name on it.
Yep,
So
perfect.
thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Very, very
Yep.
sweet, and thanks for showing us that in.
Just crumble up her directions.
Oh, you didn't just crumble up your directions, I hope.
Oh, and this is the twine that I used. This is not online. You will just have to call. It's black and craft, and it's kind of chunky. And we have the red and the craft too. So it's a really cool
Is
twine.
that 25 cents a foot?
Yes.
Yep. 25
Yep.
cents a foot.
Okay, now I think we are going to go to this table over here. Katie? I think we're going to do
Just
Katie.
ran off to get Chris.
We're going to do Katie's project. She did crumple up.
Oh my gosh.
all right.
So Katie is next.
I have to get my stuff. All right, thanks, Diane.
Oh my, look at all of this. Wow. You weren't in here, Katie, when I said Diane was lucky enough to win one of your
Yeah.
favorite things at the party.
They're so cool.
Look at all these.
They're so cool.
Very cool.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks. I feel like we need another
No,
chair.
go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. So, my favorite thing was, as you probably know, I like to figure out how to fold things and add flaps and do all that type of stuff. And so I did see this on, I think, Instagram. I saw it on Instagram, and the gal had made an envelope, but it was actually bigger. And so I just took her main idea, and ran with it. So, and I like to figure out, I like little things like miniature things, tiny things like mini Legos. I love those. Or remember people? Play with the little people in the farmhouse. Love those.
Aww.
I do. I like little things. Which doesn't help with decorating because you have to put 1,000 little things to make one little decoration. But anyways, so I decided that I was going to make these for my favorite things to figure them out. And then I made little things to put inside of them.
Lots of little.
Lots of little things, which will lead to Diane. So, and I will show this another time. So basically what you take is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and you're going to score it at 1 inch, and I believe 5 inch, and 10 3/4, and that's it. And then you fold it, because my envelope is going to have this opening here, because I want things to come out of it.
Okay.
So that is where you can see, I'm going to take all this stuff out, of how it's folded here and then folded back. And then you just cut a 6 inch by, I think it's 2.5 inches I did. And then I scored it, probably this is about 2 inches or so forth. No, probably 1.5. I'm not quite sure. But so then that will become the flap on the top, and I just adhered on the back.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
And this paper here is from a Tim Holtz 8x8 pad, probably
a long time ago. It was a while ago.
3 or 4
Yeah,
years
it
ago.
was
And the
beautiful.
funny thing is, I got it out and I used it in here.
And I got
Katie
mine out
used
today, this year.
it, and then Kelly used it.
Oh, did she get
in
hers
a gift
out?
that she gave to
Yeah.
me. So
Yeah.
it's getting there.
It takes about 3 years for you to use your stash to go back and go, ooh, I'm ready to use this.
Because you don't want to when
No,
you get it. You
it's
gotta
so
order
good.
It. Yeah,
And
it is so
this
good.
paper here is from the same.
Yes.
Collection.
Yep.
Oh
I
my
used
gosh.
it for my favorite things.
Have you showed that yet?
No.
Oh my gosh. All right, what I also did use was that 8x6 pack just right here. I like how Diane has to hand me things today. Why, thank you, Diane. This
teacher
one.
Vanna.
This pack.
Okay, and this is brand new. And
Yes.
we do have this.
Yes.
This is
$9.99.
Christmas
Mhm.
backdrop.
Do you have this too?
Yes, I do.
Yep, so do I. So do I, obviously. And so for something a little bit different was, those are 6 inches by 10, I believe. But, and again, I'll show this another time, is that you can fold those papers but you don't have the flap, so I just cut a flap to fit on this one. You can just cut your flap to fit on there, like that.
Oh, cute.
And then you can make your own lid. But I'm not sure where my lid is. I'm not going to worry about that. Or a flap to cover that.
The flap for that. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's in my little thing here, but I don't want to spend, I found it. Too much time. But I want you to just see how I use that pad of paper. So you just fold it, and you can play around with it yourself. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine by any means. And that fits over there, and then it would close it.
So
And
you would have stuff stuck in here.
Yep, I'm going to show you that.
Okay.
So one of the first things you have to do is figure out how you're going to keep it closed at the bottom so things don't fall out. So
I want you to turn your volume up
how do I do that?
on the side. Hit your up.
Ooh,
Whoops.
thanks, Dawn. Am I actually quiet?
Really, Katie? You can't hear Katie?
It's hard to do it with
Oh,
one
here,
hand.
should
Can
I do
somebody
it?
else
Here,
help
Diane.
with that? Push the
I gotta hold this down.
push the up. Okay.
Is it better?
All right.
It's even right in my talking place.
Yeah, okay. Others say they can hear you.
Okay, I'll just talk a little bit louder, and I'm sorry if I blow your ear out. Thank you. All right, so the next thing you need to do is find how to close this down here to hold it shut. And so what I did is I look at Diane's yummy things over here. Look at this. She does this so nice and
She
organized,
does.
doesn't
I'm
she?
jealous. Holy cow.
I know. Don't you just want to look at her yummies?
I'm going to go to an
All
auction,
right.
I can tell you that, and start picking
Oh, yeah.
up some old tins.
And so, you can use anything, and I used, we'll pull out here. These are from the layers, and the layers are nice. And I could choose this, and then I'm just going to adhere it at the bottom here to hold the bottom closed.
Okay.
All right?
We'll come back and really
Yeah.
demo this.
And then
Sometime.
the first ones I made, these are the first ones, these are like, oops, I just ripped it, my prototypes. I like to call them my prototypes because I kind of sound like I'm from NASA then, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly.
Wow. The chuckles are hard today. So this first one, I took one of the, what are these even called?
strips?
Word strips. And we have those. Here, yeah.
They're
The word strips.
Plaques, word plaques. they're
Yeah.
called.
And they're new.
And I put some puffy foam tape on those, put ribbon or string or yarn or twine, and tied it around this way. And so it would hold the flap down.
Wow.
But what I did notice, and I do like that, but I don't know how many times your paper is going to survive getting pulled on this way and it flips
But
up.
it's really cute. Though.
It
That's
is.
a
I
cute
really
idea.
do like it. So what I decided then was to make just some things that the flap could tuck behind. And so that's where I pulled out his paper doll people. Thank you. His paper dolls, yeah. Or in that
Those are so
layers,
fun.
oh, they are hilarious. So I thought with this one I could use, Jack and I here. And we could be, because I go sledding quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with cutting legs off.
Yeah, oh yeah.
at
you
the
can
bottom,
cut
yeah.
Legs off if you
Or
have to.
antlers. or
Yeah, we've dismembered deer before.
Things.
For sure.
it's okay to cut legs off. And then you can use that to tuck behind. And then in that layer set, you could put Santa in there too.
Oh,
I would
like
And use
the
him.
Santa.
She would use Santa
I would.
with him
That's a
there.
good Santa.
It is a good
great
Santa.
Santa.
And Diane will let you know if it's a good Santa or
Yes,
not.
I will.
She'll say, ooh, that's a creepy Santa.
And
But
that's
this is a good
in
Santa.
the
Layers, yep.
layers.
And we do have these.
Yeah, we have a lot of
Layers.
layers. Yeah.
And
That's a good one.
And then
$6.99.
this is in the layers also. You could put the 25 there.
Cute. So you literally just make layers.
You layer it up. All right, so then this was, like I said, the tuck, but I left this to tuck things in. And so then what I made were some of these little fun mini things. Look at all these. Look at all these. I get so excited.
many?
I know. Look, now my nose is running and I'm so excited. And okay, so here, this is one of the little 3x4s. Oh, you can pull it out. This is a 3x4. And all I did was fold it in half.
And
or
they're
a
from
little
the
bit.
pocket cards.
Yes, the
this
pocket
set
cards.
right here.
That is the best.
It is.
I mean, I think I bought 2. How many did you buy? Yep.
This is my second
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
And I
The
marked
just in
it.
case. Oh yeah, you mark. Oh, she has put a claim on it. And I folded it and then made it into a little folder, and then that gets tucked behind here.
How cute is that?
And then this is just a little ephemera piece that was folded in half. But I also made these little books.
The little books are adorable.
Did you put it in your book, in your stuff already? The little book? Maybe this one has a little
I
book.
might
Here, this one's a little book.
That's a medium book.
That's a medium book. Katie's
have
looking
it
for
in.
a
All right.
little book.
So anyways, the little book's about this size, and then it has paper in it. And what I do like to use is the hymnal paper that we have been selling to put in those. And then this is a little book, and I made it into like a junk journal. So I took the stickers from the sticker pack. We're like, do we have the sticker pack?
Corinne, you
Yep,
can-
this.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And then I used, let's see in here. Well, that was those, yeah.
So get out your Christmas stash and just start
Yep.
creating layers and little books.
I cut
and-
these apart and I put them in, you could put them in the pocket
Oh, wow.
and have little labels in there too. And then a little book, and I made it into a little junk journal.
And this
On
was
there.
so much fun to open up and pull it out and find all these fun
Yeah, this is the tiles, little tile sheets.
Okay.
And these are so fun to stick, because you can stick those in the pockets.
And so these are called collage tiles.
Yep.
We do have these. They are $4.99. And look at some of those designs. Really cute.
And then this is a tag from this tag set. It's an older set of these tags, but these tags are amazing. And so I added that. So I made a little
Am I going to get all
mini
my
book.
stuff back?
These are yours, yeah. I thought you can pick and choose. This one is just a tiny little folder that has the tile piece in it. And look at they even have those tiny little paper dolls in there.
That is
In
so
those. Look how
cute.
tiny they are.
Yes.
Isn't that just, and that's using
Yep.
like, well, you
One
can
of those,
use
yeah.
one of these.
Just
this
fold it in
size.
half and just put some washi tape. Or this is a piece of paper I cut to add to the back of it, the little ephemera piece. So you even can make a small one. Oh my gosh, a little tiny book out of those.
So wouldn't it be fun to have this just sitting out on your table at Christmas time and have little pictures from previous Christmases stuck in there and just little faces from your family?
I am going to hang some of this stuff on my Christmas tree.
Oh,
So
I feel like a
some
star.
Of the little books. I'm going to
Oh,
just
excuse
take
me.
a little paper, a clothespin, and hang it on my tree.
That's
Oh my gosh.
cute.
Yes.
I feel so like.
Look at this one. This is a fun one too.
And then I was just gonna. I made a tag. I think you've already used it, but the tag. All right, come back to me. It's my turn. A little mini library card I made. Card holder. Yeah, thank you. A little mini here, but I want you to have that. So I don't want. It might end up in my stuff, and that would be drastic. Mini card. A mini library card holder that would go in there. This was yours, right? No? Yeah? Well, we'll give it to you. Congratulations. And then this one is just a cut, the cut aparts. Those, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then folded it up to make a little card. And these are the package of labels. Thank you. These are great too to put into little tuck things. Those are new, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are
And
called,
wow, they're tiny and
snippets.
awesome.
Those are fun.
Those are so much fun.
And those are $4.99. Yeah, look at that. Those are called Curator Ephemera Pack Snippets. Katie,
And then
you've
I
just
start
used all
putting
kinds of fun
these.
stuff.
And this is then I think it's one of the smaller ones. It's yeah, and then I just folded it over that way and then added
Isn't that just cool?
it
That's
here
a
at the
fun
bottom
technique. Okay.
and took one of the layering pieces and put it in the back.
Now, how'd you think to do that?
I just like to play like that.
I
I just
like
like to
that.
play like that. Yeah.
So cool.
And this is just a little
Oh, she made a little bag.
bag with some little pieces of the ephemera in there. So you could put those little tile pieces in there and stick that back there. And then put that in here. And this one is one of my favorite.
It is.
Oh my.
This is just this piece, and I folded it up and folded it down. And then I took hymnal paper, but I made it into a little pocket thing.
Oh my gosh.
And then you could put these little things in there too, or those little
yes.
paper dolls in there.
Ephemera.
Yeah, and then that closes up. So I've
We
tucked
need to
those.
see
Oh,
that.
sure.
Yeah, that's so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, adorable.
It was so fun. The first few I completely glued all together, so that didn't work out very well.
pockets?
Yeah, no pockets. It was like,
That's not what I was going for.
yeah. So then these are all tucked in here, and then I like to make a tag, because then the tag with the jingle bells will hang out here too, and then it all closes up.
Yeah.
Like that.
What a wonderful idea gift.
I was so happy you got one.
I was so happy.
Yeah, I was happy that you got it. And then this one is actually, Cindy made a big one of these, and then I thought, well, I can make a tiny one. Yeah. Just like her big one, she made a tiny one. I made
my
a tiny
gosh.
one. This is another 2x4,
Yep.
no, 3x4, just folded in half, and you can put little, tags in here, whatever you need, the smaller tag.
Cute.
A lot of the 3x4 cut aparts you can cut, and this is a fun technique. You take a piece of paper that's a little bit longer and you fold it over, make a little flap there.
Wow.
Of course, an envelope. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Oh, this one. There's the envelope that's sealed with a star. So I use like brighter colors on this one. And then this is a library card I made, but do not laugh. I do not sew. And if you are like me, then you need to purchase the little,
Right here.
oh yes, these little pieces.
They're called stitched scraps.
Yes, and I love them. I put them on here. I think one of
Yeah,
yours has one.
I used one in here too.
And they have little X's on them, but this one I put one of his stars. We have the stars too for sale. And
Okay, these are $4.99. And
Yeah.
the tag that Katie used, I don't think that was the 50 pack, because that was a little bit
it was a little bit smaller. Oh, Diane, we took it back. It was a little bit smaller, but it was a Tim Holtz stamp that he's had. It was a Tim Holtz stamp, that snowman was. I think we still have that. And then the bells, if Diane would let us see it again, that would be awesome, were his little jingle bells. And these bells actually look like reindeer sleigh bells. They have the little tops on them this year, where they didn't before.
Really cool.
And I would definitely add, and that was a stamp of his,
Okay.
and just a smaller. These would hold your stuff on there too, the bigger clamps. And I think some of them have this one, the smaller one, little clamp on them too.
Okay, these are called hinge clips,
Okay.
and they are
These.
$4.49.
Yeah, those are.
These are called tiny clips,
Yeah.
and those are $4.99. Again, you could put that on the top and then just clip in another little doohickey.
Yes.
A
A
dangler.
doohickey or a dangler.
Those are really,
Yep.
really cute. Wow. Look at that little book. So she stapled it, and then you can also tie it with twine. But that's
Just like you would do something regular size, just make it tiny.
Smaller.
Yeah. And this is what I use the storage jars, to put my pieces in. Like this. I
That's a
dump them
good
in there
idea.
just so I can see them.
hadn't thought about that.
Helps to be able to see.
You have to see it.
everything.
Yes.
It does. You
Yes.
can't have it tucked in boxes.
No.
Get it
And
all out, put it on display, and start using your stash.
yes. And that's what I was doing. But if you need to buy some new stuff, like I had to. And I think that is, it.
Well, thank you,
Yeah,
Katie. What a
yeah. So
wonderful,
yes, and like I said, I was glad Diane got one.
very inspiring.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Aren't they fun?
Oh,
Just
my
little things.
gosh.
Oh, this one is a 3x4, because it would be a 3x4 cut apart. You wrap paper around it, and there's a 3x4 cut apart. But then you just put little things in there. Your
Very
ephemera.
cute.
Yeah. It was fun. I like to figure that one out. And my next, I think I can use these. and you can put eyelet there and then hook that on there and then have some
Yes,
danglers, some danglies. Yes, you could do some of that and some bells, and like you have stuff that dangles.
And those
Could
are
do
called
that.
swivel clasps, and
Yeah.
they are $4.49. So lots of really fun.
And these would be good to make for Valentine's Day, these little things.
Oh,
Yeah. So I would start stocking up on your Tim Holtz stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
stocking up on red and white.
Any ephemera.
Yes. All right, now you guys are in for a treat now. I was the warm-up band. And now for the stars. Let me get all my stuff out of your way here. And I think you got all yours.
Very cute.
I think
Thank
so.
you. It was fun.
Very inspiring.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Who knew that little things could?
Be so much fun.
Yes.
Katie likes little
I
things.
do.
They're adorable. I love your projects.
I almost took yours. You would have.
I knew where you work.
All right.
So I want to show this too. This is my packaging for my favorite things. And it started out to be just a plain old adhesive box. And I used to make fun of Bonnie and Maggie when they would take these home. I could never figure out why they wanted to take them home. But then it was a perfect size for what I needed. And I decided to cover it with paper, with scrapbook paper. Instead of wrapping it, I layered it with scrapbook paper.
Love that idea.
And then I had made this tag, and then I made pockets and put tags in them.
So she just took her paper and cut it at an angle,
That'd be a good page.
and then another one at an angle, and did tucks.
So
Tags.
they got things on the inside, and they got a box to reuse and a tag.
What a fun way to wrap your presents at Christmas time
Yeah.
and to be able to reuse them. Good
Yep.
idea.
So that was that.
Good morning, Verna.
And these things over here are a couple things that I've made through the years. We were talking about how to use a lot of the ephemera pieces and make it into a tree. Most of this stuff is Tim Holtz stuff. There's a few other things that I threw in. But this was so much fun to do. I had this frame, and I knew I wanted to make something for Christmas, and this is what I came up with. So I went to my stash and just started laying it out. I did have to use two pieces of paper, but I was able to cover up the.
You never know where
Yeah.
she seamed it right there.
And then just fill in with different little embellishments, stars, punches, dies. But I loved how that turned out.
So get an old frame. Do we know what size? I would say that paper is probably 12 by 18.
Yeah.
Go get to your Goodwill, get an old frame, and put your scrapbook paper in it, and look at that. How fun is that?
And think of that paper.
I love that. And these are using the quote chips.
Yep. And I
Layer and stack and get your stash.
found this paper out on the floor. It's from Canvas Core, but this would be so much fun to be able to cut apart, and it'd be really easy to make a tree.
Ah.
So
what a
look
great
at your
idea.
paper you have,
A wonderful idea.
and instead of just using it as regular paper, cut it apart, and you could make things like this.
You could make a lot of
Yes.
cards, like Katie
Yes.
or Kelly showed us the other day how she made that little tree
Yep.
on a card.
Yes.
That could make
Yeah.
10 cards.
And then just go to your stash and start pulling out stuff and start layering.
Cool.
Yep. And then this is a book that I made for all of my ephemera. And did Cindy show how to make this?
Yes, she did.
Okay. So this is my first Christmas one. I actually have two Christmas ones, but you can see I use vellum. No, I use tracing paper, and just sewed all the different pockets on.
Which you could also use vellum. I think Cindy
Yes.
used vellum.
Yep. I just happen to have tracing paper, and I just stuck all my Christmas ephemera, well, some of it, in here. So now I can see what I have. It's just a fun way to display your.
Probably not going to get this home, is she?
I don't think so. Darn it. I hate it when I get sticky fingers.
Oh my gosh.
And I've been collecting ephemera for a long time.
Probably $1,000.
So it's got Echo Park ephemera, it's got Tim Holtz, it's got 49 and Market. I kind of tried to put like pieces together. And some of the die cuts that I have made through the years.
This is like a whole ever know just
I know.
Oh my.
Look at her, she's all quiet.
Yeah, these
okay.
are really
Since you're such a good friend.
Look at these.
You can get two. You can't
Look
have
at
two
these
choices.
stamps, these old Christmas
Yeah,
stamps.
those were in a package of ephemera that I got as a gift.
Isn't that fun? Yeah.
All my labels. These are some sleighs that somebody made me off of the silhouette. I think Teresa did for a project that I was doing. And
You have two of these?
I do for Christmas.
Gosh, how yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really fun.
But it's a great way to see what you have.
And what a fun project to do.
Yeah, it was fun. And then I just made a bigger pocket at the back for my bigger papers.
Cute.
So that's one of my
Here, I'll take that for you. Thanks.
books. And then this is all my new stuff from this year that I got out. When I first started this project, I knew I wanted to use my stash, number one, to try different techniques on every tag. And I was going to start out doing day 1, day 2, putting numbers on here, and then it didn't take me long to not do numbers because it's just not
much.
me. It is too much.
Well, you don't know what day you're going to do
No,
it either. So.
no.
do
And
numbers.
I just started making it. The thing,
Okay,
I was.
I just want to interrupt here for a second. Lisa says, don't let them give you a hard time. I collect all of them too. Collecting is an art form of its own, and you never know what you're going to need.
Amen, sister.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
That
cool.
is very true. The
Yeah.
collecting and the organizing and having the stash. And it's just a really fun.
Love this. Oh my gosh.
It's just a really fun thing.
is
So
so
thank you for
cool.
mentioning that. I
Yes.
do like that.
And we're not giving our hard time. I think we're just really, really.
Jealous.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Well, I've been
I
working
really-
here for
I know.
20 years, and you
This
start
blows-
collecting
This
things.
blew my socks off. It blew my socks off. I love it. That's so cool, Diane. You're so
gosh.
Well, I watch a lot of YouTube videos
Yeah.
too.
Okay, Carol and many others would like to have a demo on how you made that.
Okay.
So would Katie.
So we will have to do that. Look
Okay.
at Bruce, like right here. She's getting closer and
I have a
closer.
studio
Oh my God,
audience.
pretty
Soon. I'm just so excited.
Okay, so to begin with, I was going to use this tin. And this tin we found at my dad's when we were cleaning out his,
How
did Dawn not get
Yeah.
Good job.
Get that.
because I got to that cupboard first.
Yeah, she did.
You have to plan. Not the clothes first, the cupboard.
Yeah, that's where I was. I was in the closet.
So this was going to be my tin this year. And then we were out for supper one night, and my daughter knew that I was looking for something like this, and I came up with this tin. And I thought, oh my God, I got to use this. But we were trying to decide what it was supposed to be used for. It was on sale, but it's got a little hanger there, so if you hang it on the wall, we have no idea what it was originally meant for. But it was perfect size, it was red, and it was on sale. So that's how my inspiration, that's where it started.
Elena says she's dragging out her old meatloaf pan that she never uses.
He's here, she's going through the cupboard. I know they're in here someplace.
Or if you don't use them as containers.
Your husband's never going to have meatloaf again, but I've
Doesn't
got my
matter.
scrapbook supplies organized.
Yeah, and it looks really, really awesome.
That's good.
That's great.
That is good.
That is funny.
So that's how my tin came about.
And I
had to buy 2 of them.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I use paper plates.
Oh my. Oh my.
Okay, so
These are so cool.
I don't even know where to start, but this is using, yeah. This, if you don't buy anything else, buy these. They are just awesome. And they're already kind of layered. You can even add more layers, but if you don't want to add anything else, you just use those. You ink them and they're already done.
And the backs are completely different than the fronts.
Yep.
They're not as flowery, which I prefer.
Yeah, the backs are good. So on this one, I took a dome, and we are trying to get these domes back in. I know we've had a few people inquire about them, but we are trying to get them back in.
They've been on back order, so
Yeah.
they are coming whenever they get off the boat.
And I tried to find, I went to my cards, and I wanted to find one that had a circle in it, and this one right here. This is the one I used, so it just has a circle, and it was the perfect size to put the dome over the top of it.
So you just got to get creative.
Yep. And I put a little clear rock candy in there, and it was done. And I added...
The barns in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that cute? And she actually, this is an actual picture of Diane's front
Oh,
porch.
yep. So I got some pictures on here, and I knew to begin with, I went, and these are the sizes of the pictures that I knew, so I made samples, so I knew how much space to leave on some of these.
Oh, that
So,
is
This is what my printer prints.
1.5 by 2, 2 by 3, and 3 by 4.
Yeah.
And the name of the cards are pocket cards, and they are, I'm not sure, here,
that's
there's
Diane's.
one over here. They're $7.99, and here's
So-
what the backs of that looks like. All right.
Worth the investment.
Yeah. So then I went to my labels and I stamped the reindeer on here.
What photo printer do you use?
I have a Epson photo printer. It's a few years old, so there's newer ones out there. But the one I like is to be able to make sure you can do all of the smaller
Sizes.
pictures and not just 4 by 6.
Yes.
Now my daughter's got one that can do 5 by 7s also. But you can make a whole sheet of this size and put like 8 different pictures on one 4 by 6.
That's nice.
That's what you want to make sure you can do, is that you don't have to have one picture this size on.
Because it doesn't fit all the little
Right.
stuff.
So that's what you got to look for. And then I decorated the back also. So this is all my outdoor pictures.
Cool.
Okay.
24 to go.
This was really a fun one to make. I took one of the 3 by 4 cards, hinged it with washi tape, and made a little flap. And then, let's see, I think I made this out of music paper. I just made my own tag.
Yeah, you could easily do.
Yeah. And made a little book, and then to close it, I used the tiny clips, and then I put stickles and some score tape and a little card. And then on the back, and I always like things sticking up, so you will see as I go, things are sticking up and out.
It just creates a lot more
Yeah.
interest. And
Yep.
yeah, very fun.
And I made a little pocket, and I made a pocket out of the 2 by 3s.
Oh, so you
And
just did this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I wrote the date and some of my indoor decorating. And I love that Santa.
That Santa's good. And I like how she did the 25 for
Yeah.
the top of the tag.
Yeah. You don't always have to use ribbon for the top. Get creative and make other little toppers for your tags. Okay. Next one. I used the collage paper. And then I just started layering out of my stash.
Christmas Noel,
And
$6.99.
let's see,
I
I
have
did
some.
put some of that. I used one of these cards to begin with, and then put the collage paper over the top, and then just started layering. Used one of the loopy pins, and this is the, I think they're behind you, but this is one of his new charms, the snowflake, that I really like.
Adornments, they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are neat, and they are $7.99. Really cool charms. And we do have charms here for 69 cents
Yeah.
also.
And then on the back, I just did some more layering, got my washi tape out, and I'll be able to put a picture on that. This is one I just made. This was my base, and went to my stash, pulled out a couple of ephemera pieces, tied a bell, and then remember when we had all these rings?
I think they were from making memories.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
So I went to my computer and just typed out what I wanted it to say, and put the ring around it, extended the top, and then put pictures on the back.
Yeah, nice. Nice. The stamp that Diane used is this one, and this one is called Christmas, it's down, Tattered Christmas? Is that what it's called? Tattered Christmas?
Yeah, and it's a couple years old.
But we can still get it, so if you decide,
Tattered Christmas,
if you decide you want
318.
that, let us know and we can still get that.
This is a really fun one. Love
Yeah,
that.
Cute. And then Katie used this one too, Mary and Bright. This is Seasonal Scribbles.
Yeah, I use that one a lot too.
Okay, cool
fun.
sets.
Okay, so now again we were trying to figure out how to use the tin tops, and this is what I came up with. I actually took my tin cutter and cut a hole in the inside, and I made a pocket out of it.
Love,
Yes.
love.
Put a little, made a tag.
Make a pocket out of a tin.
Yeah.
I know. It's
And then
cute.
I inked what are these called? Convections.
Yeah.
I inked the convections and put a little glitter on them and made a cute little embellishment. And then I stamped Joy to the World. That is using the tiny text, and that is an awesome set of stamps too, is the tiny text.
Or you can use the sticker book too.
Oh, yes,
If you
the
have
sticker book is great.
It has stuff
The
like
tiny
that too.
text, tiny stamp.
Just use
Yeah, we've sold a lot of those.
This is a must.
the tiny text
Yeah.
Christmas.
And you know what you could do with these? He has those thimbles.
Oh.
Turn the thimble
Or
over
over.
and then put those in there as a tiny little
Oh,
Display.
Christmas
Display.
decor.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
yeah.
And then they take matte medium and roll them in the Diane mixture or the
Oh yeah. You
yes,
put
some-
glossy
and-
accents on them.
or glossy accents and then glitter them.
Yes.
And you
Okay.
just roll them
Roll
in
it.
there
Yep.
and
Somebody
Oh,
did
that's a
ask
good
for
idea.
that. That is diamond dust and clear rock
Sorry.
candy glitter.
We're getting
no,
too close.
No, I was wanting to show you.
Oh, you don't want me like this.
That works too. It's diamond dust and clear rock
you want
candy
me to go
glitter is what is in the mixture, and it's actually like on here.
Yeah, I used it.
Yes.
And we're out of diamond dust.
It should be here today or tomorrow.
Okay. And then I just mix it. You just dump and you get the chunky and the fine together, and I like it a lot.
Okay, her stamps are in the Avery L envelopes, and they are. You're fine. Katie.
I thought I had everything back here.
Katie is running. She's getting her steps in this morning. But they are under storage if you go to our storage tab. But they're a nice way to store dies and stamps.
And I use the magnetic sheets then too on my dies. So that's that one.
All right.
And I made my own ribbon. I started with just the plain white. And I used ice spruce, barn door gathered twigs, and then the mica, the new mica spray tree lot
Ah,
to do my ribbon.
cool. Cool. Here's the envelopes, and there's extra large. Also, extra large would be the size that Diane used. Do we not have any of those, Katie?
No.
Okay. Well, we will be getting some
Yeah.
extra large ones.
And you do have to cut down your Tim Holtz, the plastic sheet. I left them on the plastic sheet, but that's,
Or he has a binder too for
Yes,
storing
yeah.
his stamps.
I keep my stamps in an old wooden crate standing up like this, and then I have dividers, Christmas, generic, Halloween, whatever.
Awesome.
But they're in an old,
And just a side note, I would use glossy accents when you roll stuff in to add Diane's mixture, because then it stays shiny.
Yeah.
If you use matte, it's going to go flat.
Yeah.
So
Good
we have
tip.
little guys.
yeah.
Little mini
Little
ones.
ones, glossy accents. Very good.
Yep. So
Very
they're
good.
and they're real easy to make. Okay, so this is just the back. I went to my stash. I had this cut or die cut in my stash. I have no idea where it's from, but I just tied then the tree on the top.
Cute.
This, let's see this one. Okay, so I just made this one a couple nights ago. I had this tree in my stash from something else. I took one of the cards. I sewed on it. I took the 2x3 cards, made a pocket, and this is a pocket. And no, this paper is from the Tim Holtz collection because it has the flocking on the back. And then went to my stash. I just took a couple tags and stamped them.
That's from this set.
Yes.
Okay.
And
that
made,
was, what's it called? Scribbles? Christmas scribbles?
Yeah.
Okay.
so that's a neat one too.
And how did you make your tree green?
With probably peel paint or rustic wilderness is a really good color
Yeah,
to
that's
do
a good
these
tree.
trees. And they're real easy. You just spray them and you let them go.
But look at how she stamps. I just love how you just stamp all kinds of little stuff.
Well, as I said, I got all my Christmas stuff out and I used something different on every tag. I tried to do a different technique. And that's what was fun for me is you watch all these YouTube videos, you take notes, and you never use some of the stuff you see. So I made myself use some of the ideas, some of the product that I've had, and we all have a lot of product, and you have to use it. So this was a good way to use a lot of your product.
Or you can buy more.
So this is what I'm going to use for my boys is we always decorate sugar cookies with them. And I used this die. This is an Elizabeth Craft die.
Cookies.
And I just cut out and I sprinkled them with glitter.
It's a pocket, isn't it?
So it's
It
ready
is a
for
pocket.
pictures.
It is a pocket, and then it'll be ready, for pictures. Now we don't have this paper anymore, but I found this really cool paper, and these would be great to cut out and to color.
Yeah, to use as embellishments.
Now this is a great line
I love that one.
of paper from Canvas Core, and it is online.
Coasters.
Oh, there you go. You can make your own Christmas posters.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a really fun. So if you want to,
Tiny recipe cards.
aren't those cute?
Oh, wow. I can't write that small.
I don't think you're supposed to, John, but you know what? You go for it.
Yeah, I can't. I can't write that small, Katie.
1 cup. That's it. That's all I got.
1 cup. 1 cup.
1 cup.
What's that collection called?
Oh, I think holiday baking.
Holiday
Oh, they're all
baking,
different.
gingerbread
They're all
houses,
different.
Holiday words.
Well, it's from Canvas Core.
Yeah. They're heavy papers.
Okay, so in the mail the other day from a very good friend, I got an envelope, a Christmas card, and this was the envelope. So I thought, oh my God, I got to use that. So I cut it down. I made a pocket
So if you're getting some cool envelopes
Yes.
from your Christmas cards this year, save them.
Yep, I just glued the flap down, made a little pocket up here. This is a pocket. Added this to the top, and these are Tim Holtz's cards, flash cards from. He made several sets,
A long time ago.
and I have a lot of them. And then this was on the envelope too. I just cut that apart, so I'll be able to put pictures there and on the back.
Nice.
And added a bell. This was the very first one I
love
made.
I know.
I
this
love
is so
those.
cool.
He came out with milk caps last year, and they were in different sizes. I seem to have a lot of the big ones left. Yeah, but I thought, how cute would that be to make a snowman? And then I used the cap. Tim Holtz had a snowman die, Biggs die, several years ago, and that's from that one. But the Elizabeth Craft one, right there.
Oh, yeah,
that
this is
one.
a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one too. And it's got a hat and.
Those are good sizes.
And it's got a good Santa
Yeah,
hat, and
yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
hat. And
It's
of
got a
course, you
good
can
top
always
hat.
use and a top hat, yeah, and you can always use the reindeer
Yep.
antlers.
So this is a great one. Since this one's not available
Good
anymore.
circle dies.
Yep. And the background is using the new Christmas mica sprays.
Awesome.
And then this is just a stamp. And
How
then
does
I
it think to tear it?
I don't know. You just sit and you just,
Yeah.
Do.
But
You
it's
just do.
like, oh,
yeah.
Away
And then this is some ribbon that we no longer have. I searched the score yesterday. Maggie and I thought we both had it, but we don't. And then I just sewed it and added a button.
Cute.
And then on the back, I just did some layering.
You need a new sewing machine.
no, she doesn't. It's perfect.
I know it is, isn't it?
It's really bad.
Use your old sewing machine that doesn't work for your paper projects because it looks amazing.
And if you can't sew, buy these. No, I love your sewing machine.
Michelle,
Yeah.
you are so right. She says people say they aren't creative without a kit. A good way to make your brain work creatively is to make whatever is in the kit with entirely different paper.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Just sit down and start playing. Oh my gosh, I love this.
Okay, so this paper came out of the Reminisce one from Elizabeth Craft.
That packet.
The packet, yep. And I made an envelope. I just cut it and I put it together. I don't know if you can see, I
can't
kind of
even see
notched
it.
it up and made an envelope. And then I didn't like what was here, so I made my own. I cut out something else
Yeah.
and put a little tag in there. And then this did have Dear Santa on it, and I just stamped.
I love that.
I would not have thought to do
No,
that.
I would not.
I would not
That
have
is
thought to do
amazing.
that.
And then I
That's so
added
cool.
this
stamp.
There's a set that pocket that has all the tree right there on top. So again, I said I went to my stash. Everybody's got lots of stamps, I'm pretty sure.
And if you don't, I know where you can get some.
Yeah. So this is a set from Simple Stories, and I have no idea how old it is.
I have that one too.
But I love the circles. And I made a tag on for the card. So I'll be able to put pictures on that.
Donna says we've turned her morning into a happy one.
Oh, yay!
I know.
Yay.
So instead of making the notch in the middle, I took it to the side because I didn't want to cut into.
Genius.
So
Genius.
that's another
idea. Yes.
idea.
Genius. So artistic creativity.
Yep, that's me.
Taking artistic, what do you call that?
Let's just let her sit.
You know where you don't do things, you take, what is that called? What's that word? Artistic licensing. You can just do whatever you want to. Right?
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay, so these are tags, ephemera from 49 and Market. So again, go to your other ones. They don't necessarily have to be Christmas. And I made two tags out of them. These cards were from my stash, and my daughter-in-law works for Make-A-Wish, and we went to Make-A-Wish, launched the lights.
But you made this one.
I made this one on
you
my
can make your
computer.
own,
Yep,
yeah.
yep. And then I just stamped on it and put my
What color is that?
pictures.
This one?
It is, yep, ice spruce. And this is one of the background stamps from.
So if you
somewhere.
stamp on this paper, will it dry right away?
It
or
did
was
dry.
Okay.
I had to heat it because
Okay.
it is shiny. But I just used my heat gun and it was
good.
set.
Look at, she did her Iowa
Yep.
down there.
And that's the memory bound set of Iowa stamps. And I connected them with a brad. And then, let's see. Oh, and then on this one, I embossed it with
Yeah,
clear
that's
embossing. So I took the same stamp that I used here and used embossing powder clear and made little snowflakes.
Love.
And I'm going to have to use something different on the back because those came off.
Use some score
And then,
tape.
yeah, I put Saint Nick there. The boys got to see Santa Claus. And then on the back, this is the stuff right there on top. The platinum, vintage platinum glitter dust. And what I did is I took score tape and just ran it along and sprinkled it on, and it makes a really cool edge.
Neat.
So
Neat.
that is that one. Yeah, I have to use score tape on that one.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a little fold out, and these were playing cards that were given to me in ephemera pack, and I just made an accordion fold out using washi tape. And instead of like this one, I left like this. These I covered with the backing from Tim Holtz. The paper, the packaging background,
Just cut the packaging
Yep.
apart and put it
Yep.
on there. That's cool.
and made a little accordion.
So you can add all kinds of pictures.
This is from here.
Label stickers.
Yep, label stickers. And I put a little clip on there to hold it shut. Again, I used the pocket cards as my base. And then made a little pocket down here, a little tuck spot.
So everything is pockets and tucks.
Yep. And then again used my stamp to make the top.
Cute.
This is, I think, one of Katie's favorites. I made it into a present, and I just started layering. This was a Santa Claus I had in my stash. All of this, I just started layering and then wrapped it with twine, and it's a fun tag. And then I'll be able to put pictures on the back. And these are all, I think I cut these out of something else.
Stamped and cut.
Yep. This is one that I'll use for our baking day, which is this Saturday. These cards are actually in your pocket cards. They come with the recipes, which is really cool. And then this is a frame from Tim Holtz last year, but you can use any of the,
Yeah, we got some. Yeah.
there's,
Here are this year's.
these are called baseboards.
Those are neat. This wreath was in the ephemera pack.
Yep.
And then she just looks like she just used Nouveau or Stickles.
Stickles.
Yeah, to make the sparkles.
Now, he had ephemera this year, but we are all out of his ephemera from this year. It went really fast, and we were not able to get any more of it. So I just used my tiny attacher, scored it, made a little flap, and then I'll be able to put pictures on all of this. So I tried not to decorate every page because I had to leave some room for pictures.
That's hard.
It is hard, really hard. But then I can go back and add stuff too. After I get all my pictures on, I'll be able to go back and add. Okay, this is a tag I made using Dawn's really cool Christmas tree that I know a lot of you bought. I just took music paper, made my own tag, and then sewed, stamped, and made my little topper. And this, the tree pot there, is off of that one set of dies that goes with, yeah.
I don't even see it on there.
No, I don't see it on that one.
Okay, it must be on a different one.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't think maybe I didn't bring it. Anyway, so then I just used some of the paper from the Warren wallpaper.
That's a good set too.
Nice. This one's one of my favorites. In the meadow we can build a snowman.
Okay, this was made out of the mini file folders, which I know a lot of you still want it, but we're never able to get any more in. But they're really a lot of fun.
But you can make your own file folders
You can,
with
definitely.
your paper that you have.
And I had to cut it down. See, this was the size and it wasn't going to fit in here, so I had to cut it down. So I just cut it off to make it the right width. And this is a snowman using the die, the older set of dies. And then I made a Christmas tree. And this is, what are these called?
I will find out.
Okay.
Oh, they're right here. They are called index clips.
So those are fun too, and just tie a little ribbon on them. These are the acrylic clear stars, and I used alcohol ink on them. Yep.
Mirrored stars, those are $4.99.
And then this is just a ephemera piece that I glittered. And I had this in my stash, and then another one. So that was real easy.
How did you go from this being so shiny to
I
yours being-
sanded it quite a bit.
Okay.
I'm not into shiny paper, and it does hold ink once you sand it.
Okay.
So
did you ink it too?
yes, it's all inked with gathered twigs. My go-to. Ice spruce would look good with this too.
I'm pretty good, aren't I?
You're awesome. We're going to have you here every day.
I know, just so I can hand stuff to you.
Yes.
I'm a good handler.
So that's one of my favorite.
I love that one.
Cute.
How did you make the snowman out of?
Paper, and then I used the batting and sewed it. And you can see my sewing machine. Yep. Didn't like that part.
Where'd you get that twig?
I hope you're getting one for
Out of my
Christmas.
yards.
I hope you're getting a sewing machine for Christmas. Bet that's on your list.
Yeah.
Then it'll have straight lines and it won't look so good.
Well, this is a tag that Kelly made from my gift the other night, so I'm reusing it. She wrote on that side, turned it over, stamped it, and put some fun things on it.
I didn't know buttons would fit on those little tags.
They do.
Those are
loop pins.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. And the beads I colored, well, they're not these, they're the other ones. The baubles don't have holes in them. Maggie likes these.
Do these have holes?
Yes, I like
they
these,
do.
and I just colored them with alcohol ink, and
And these are the Prima memory hardware
you get a ton.
in good colors.
Yeah. Or use alcohol ink. And then I just added one of the quote chips on the back. So that made it really easy. And I'm reusing.
Yeah. Yeah, cut your Christmas cards apart and
Yep.
make them into
Yep.
tags. Wow, look at this.
Okay, so this year the boys are getting pajamas. And I brought the pajamas in and I copied that. So my background paper is the bottoms. So I made my own paper. So I copied their little bottoms
Cute.
and made the background paper. And then I copied the top, and I just shrunk it down, and that's how I made those.
Oh my God.
And then this is old-fashioned wrapping paper that somebody had given me, and I just cut out all the Santas. So I will be able to put their pictures with Santa this year.
Oh my gosh.
We're having Santa come.
Cute.
Oh my gosh.
So that's another fun idea to use.
Wow. That's a
I love
wonderful
that,
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to wear some pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just made these last night.
That's cute. Very
So.
fun.
Oh my gosh.
Fun idea.
This is just one of the pocket cards. I love that plaid. I wish he would
Yeah.
come out with that in paper.
Lots of plaids.
And made a little banner. Used, this is just washi tape I had, and the bells, and then some greenery. And I glittered the greenery. And I spelled joy because that would be the only thing that would fit on here.
Or Sam.
You're going to have a Sam in
Yeah.
your family.
And there's nothing on the back. I'll put a picture on the back, but it really didn't need much. That material is just awesome.
Mary says your tags were a waboom.
Oh, this one
Yeah,
is
look at
like
that one.
pass out.
So I had been waiting for the moon mask to come back in, and it finally came back in because I kept seeing all kinds of fun projects with it. So
Mary says she's been sitting here in awe, but the PJs about threw her off her chair. I agree, Mary. That was an aha. I really
it's such
like
an
that.
easy thing though too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and we
Pajamas in and
we can copy. We
Yeah.
have a really nice copier here. I know not everybody has a good copier.
Right, yeah.
But we can shrink down and we can enlarge, and
Yeah.
we do a lot of that stuff for graduations.
jerseys.
Jerseys
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
So this is the set of trees I used, the Elizabeth Craft, and I just cut them apart. I just started layering, used several different shades of green.
And this one is called Christmas Winter Insert. Christmas Winter Insert. And it's got that deer on it
Did I
too, or
bring
elk.
that stamp?
I love it.
This is a stamp, and it's one of the older ones.
But again, if you decide
Yeah.
you want it, we could get it.
And
It's
that's-
Christmas nostalgia.
Oh, and this is the background that I
Oh,
use
that
a
you were-
lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mail early for Christmas, but that sparkle's good.
And this does not have a set of dies, so I just fussy cut around the sleigh.
Cool.
Look at
And-
Rudolph's nose.
Oh yeah, it's got
Good.
stickles on it. Probably, yeah, it's got a little on there.
I like all the different trees. That's good.
This is ice spruce, and I just kept getting. I started light, and then just started getting darker. You just keep pressing. This, the color, it is pumice stone and strawed. No, scattered straw.
That was the biggest yawn I've ever seen in my life.
I must be boring her.
They don't know that.
They heard it.
Oh, Katie.
Diane, I love it. I'm not yawning at all.
Thanks, Katie.
I do like that.
And
It's
tiny text.
nice.
And then this tree.
Got ya.
This tree is off of a Elizabeth Craft of tree. Oh, it's this one right here.
Okay.
It's the jar one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got the really cool trees.
We do have some really good pine trees.
Yes.
Dyes in the store.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's that one. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. This is one using
love
the file folder again, and I didn't like what was on the front.
Yeah, that happens.
It was this one. It was too white for me,
Yeah.
so I covered it with paper, and then I made an additional flap on the front. And then I had to cut this because it wasn't in the right spot.
Oh, I
It
see.
was,
So
it
right
was,
here.
yeah.
Oh, it's in the middle.
It was in the
Can't have
middle,
that.
and it didn't go down, so I just cut it off and glued it back on and moved it. Oh, here's your little book. This is where I used it. So this is one that Katie made, and it started out to be one of these. And then I just started. This was the one I had, and then this is all. There's your little book.
There's my little book.
Yeah.
So it has a little sticker on it.
Oh
and
my.
A little paper in
Oh
it.
yeah, so cute.
Yeah. Thanks.
Love.
Here, you put that in there.
So I did use one of her things she had given me and the tag. So I just made a little pocket. This was a strip that you get in something, maybe the layers. Just cut it. And then I used the paper out of my stash.
Just love. Love, love.
And then these little clips are just awesome. I just love those little clips.
Wow. Look at this. We're nearing the end.
And this is out of the baseboards. And I put a piece of acetate behind it. This is out of his stuff from last year, the film slide. Put a little charm on it, hung it from the loop pin, and then I'm going to put a family picture in this from Christmas, and then I'll back it.
Love. Very cute.
So that was really easy.
And then look at her tree.
And then I
lit
just glued the tree into the little hook thing there, and it is a half tree. I'm not sure where. Oh, and
here's
it's got
the
lights.
You can use the tiny lights. $7.99, and you get 2 sets.
And I colored, alcohol inked some of the baubles. There's the half trees. Some of the baubles, and then some of the other beads. And this is, the star.
Love.
So this is, and this I made as an ornament, and then we couldn't get the frames anymore, so I cut that off and stuck it on there. And I put one of my Santas.
So cute.
Oh yeah, we got this.
Great
Yeah.
ribbon.
Okay.
So that's what Diane tied like around her snowman when she made her snowman out of the milk jug labels.
Oh, and then on my snowman there.
Cute.
I'm like Mario to Tim.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Thank you, Diane. Wow,
Yeah.
full of inspiration today. Thank you, Katie.
Yes,
for
thank you,
your
Katie.
For
Oh,
your
you're
little
welcome.
project.
Well, this was a long one. Oh, gracious.
Oh, lunchtime.
Yay!
Yay, we made it to lunch.
For
Lunchtime.
those of you who like long demos and want us to take all your morning, well,
Hey, we did.
We accomplished that.
Sometimes I get bummed when you guys are done.
Oh.
I think we hear that.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wonderful.
This was
wonderful.
a very, very fun project, and just go to your stash and start creating.
Yeah, that's great. Good job. I love it.
Thank you. Well,
Very
thank you.
inspiring. Very
All
inspiring.
right. We will
And don't
be
forget
back.
your meatloaf tray.
And Tracy, Becky will be back tomorrow. Becky will be here tomorrow with a wonderful, wonderful display. Also, she kind of like engineered a whole big thing. Yeah, it's got lights in it. It's really cool. So
cool.
tomorrow's going to be really fun.
gosh.
Also, can't
Cool.
wait. And next week, I think next Thursday, we're going to actually be touring Janet's house. We're going to be doing a live on destination tour of Janet's house decorated for Christmas.
Oh my word.
Yeah, so we need to do your house too.
Yeah.
We need to do Diane's house. Her house is amazing. So that will be fun. Thank you everybody for
Thank
hanging in
you.
with us, and we will be back here tomorrow at 9:30. If you have any questions, our phone number here is 515-965-1102, and we're memory bound in Iowa if you just tuned in. Thank you very much. Have a great day.